Good morning, children. Myself name P.S. Tiwari from LP Savani Vidya Bhavan. We will continue with the subject OC, Organization of Commerce. Let's start. Yes, very good morning, children. In last lecture, that means in last video, we have discussed the meaning and the function of business services too. So in functions, it is divided into two parts, that is main function and subsidiary function. We have done till main function. So we are continuing with the subsidiary function. Subsidiary function of the bank. First, to look after the financial transaction of the customer. Second, to do transaction associated with foreign exchange. Third, to issue letter of credit. Fourth, to issue traveler's check. Fifth, service of demand draft. Sixth, to provide information related to the credit of the person which is associated with the bank. Seventh, to provide service as an underwriter. And eighth one, to provide other related services such as ATM, demat, safe deposit vault, etc. So all these points we'll study in detail. So let's start with the same. See children, the first point is to look after the financial transaction of the customer. A bank has mainly two types of customer. A. Depositor. B. Borrower. Depositor are depositing the amount in the bank. And borrower, they are lending the money according to their personal use and business use. Such customer do their financial transaction through bank, and the depositor, borrower, both are doing the financial transaction through bank. When a customer write a check in favor of other person, then the money is paid to that person by the bank on behalf of the person who has written the check. That means A is giving check to B. B will submit that check in the bank, and bank will pay the amount on the behalf of A to B. In the same way, when a person receives the check from the other person, the bank collects money from the person who has written the check on the behalf of the person who has received the check. Same procedure will carry on for receiver also. Now, in present time, a bank performs even different tasks on behalf of their customer. The tasks such as payment of electricity bill, phone bill, insurance premium, and to transfer money from one account to another account. Instead of this, if you want to add more points related with paying tax, paying gas bill, booking movie ticket, etc., all these points will also considered according to the current scenario. Fine. Now, let's move towards the second point. Second point is to do transaction associated with foreign exchange. When the transaction will associated with the foreign exchange, one thing comes in our mind, import and export of business. So, nowadays, import and export business is done compulsorily through bank. Foreign exchange is required for import-export business. The bank which has obtained permission from the central bank performs the task related to the foreign exchange and provides services and receives the document related to the foreign trade. For the same procedure for import and export of the business, when a company are abide by the compulsorily bound with the bank, and over there the foreign exchange required import export business, the bank will obtain the permission from the central bank. Bank will give the permission from the central bank to the particular company or to the business holder, etc. Fine. And at that stage they will receive some documentation for doing the foreign trade. Then the third one, to issue letter of credit. Letter of credit is the letter written by one bank addressing to the other bank. The bank ensures the payment of certain amount and at certain time by the person who mentioned in this letter. The bank collects certain deposit from the respected person before using the letter of credit, or the bank gets guarantee of the same amount. The amount mentioned in the letter of credit is paid at fixed time to the person whom the bank has insured for the same. Thus, the letter of credit makes the accounting transaction trustworthy. The bank earns income in the form of commission by offering these services. In one line, I can explain this statement: letter of guarantee. Issuing letter of credit, that means letter of guarantee. Bank gives guarantee on behalf of to the seller, to the buyer. Why? Because in the case of seller or buyer are communicating with each other and not capable to pay the amount, bank will assure and bank will cover the same by pledge and cash. Here, bank will issue the letter of credit, which is the letter of guarantee, and in case the customer is not capable to pay that amount, the bank will cover the same with the pledge property. And for doing this activity, bank will earn some income in the form of commission. For providing these services, bank will take commission to whom they are providing the services. Then fourth one, to issue traveler's check. In present time, more and more people have started traveling. People have started getting travel's check in order to prevent themselves in losing their cash or getting it stolen during their travel within country or abroad. There is a chance of losing cash, thieving, etc. At that stage, for assurity, the customer, they are the people, those who are traveling from one country to another country, they are preferring traveler's check. The holder of traveler's check can withdraw money through the check from another outstation bank or from a foreign bank branch by signing as per his specimen signature. The holder of traveler's check can withdraw the money from outstation bank, from foreign bank, after using the specimen signature in the check. This check is very reliable and transferable. The use of traveler's check has decreased as the facility of ATM has become widespread. In place of traveler's check, right now the holder of account are preferring to using ATM because this is more convenient. The account holder are not supposed to go to the bank. No need to ask for the letter and all. Here, with the help of ATM using, they can withdraw any amount from any machine, from any automated machine. Wherever they can see, they can withdraw the amount according to their requirement. Thus, in place of traveler's check, ATM is more preferable to the holder. Now, fifth one, service of demand draft. Demand draft is the check written by the bank in favor of a branch of the same bank. Demand draft, meanwhile, is this a check which is written by the bank in the favor of a branch of the same bank. The name of the person is mentioned in the DD, that is demand draft, and an order is issued to pay the amount to the person whose name is written on the draft. Draft is the secured medium while sending money to the person or to the firm. By using draft, you will feel secure to send money to the person or to the firm. The person or the firm desirable to send money fills in this certain form and requests the bank to issue the draft. On the basis of the request, the bank writes the name of the receiver of the money on the draft and order its branch or its associated bank to pay the amount. The sender pays the bank not only the amount mentioned in the draft but also the commission for the same. Why bank is supposed to do the activity for that? And why they are supposed to provide the service to you guys? Here is the stage where bank earns commission from their customer after providing the service of DD, that is demand draft. If the bank issues such draft which can be encashed in its own city, then it is called pay order. single line DD, demand draft are used for encash the other city, encased in the other city, and pay order are used for the same city, but the work of both is same. Then sixth one, to provide information related to credit of a person associated with the bank. The bank does frequent financial transaction on the basis of which the bank is well aware of the financial capability of its customer. The financial statement of its customer can be reflected. Any firm or institute consider the information provided by the bank more reliable in such dealing where credit transaction is required and the firm or the institute wants to check reliability of other firm or institute. See, whether whenever you are providing money to the borrower and people are lending money to you, so but obvious, first of all you will look after their credit ability, whether they are capable to pay the same or not. Plus you will look after their past transaction. Meanwhile, similarly, to provide the information related with the credit of the person associated with the bank. In bank, a person is holding how much credit related with the credit card, any product you have purchased on installment based, any vehicle you have purchased, home loan, car loan, etc. All things will considered under the same, and the information is provided where you can see the whole credit of the concerned person which is associated in the hand of bank. The bank issue solvency certificate for the same. See, the solvency certificate is obtained by the CA for credit record of the customer. Solvency certificate is providing by the CA, that is chartered accountant, and inside the same where you can see the all credit record of the customer related with all credit. Yes children, see, seventh point, to provide service as an underwriter, that means service as an underwriter, as a guarantor. When a company comes to the market for collection of the capital, it always has a fear whether it will get the amount for the issue or not. That means they are collecting the money, they are collecting the fund from the market, from the investors. Fine. And always the company are having a fear whether they will get the amount, whatever they are needing to run their business, they will get that amount or not. When they are issuing shares, equity share, preference share, debenture, etc., they will get the investor or not, they will get the enough fund or not. Always they are having this kind of fear. The company finds it difficult to run the business if it does not get the minimum amount. If company required some sort of amount for running their business and they are not getting that much amount, so it will be difficult situation for them for running the business. At this time, the bank ensures full or minimum amount of subscription, that means finance. At that place, bank will give the surety for the financing them. In case of receiving less application amount as compared to underwriting by bank, that amount will be subscribed by bank by the way of buying security. When the company will get less capital from their investors, what bank will do? As an underwriter, bank will provide that amount to the company after taking some security. Yes children, here is the last point for the subsidiary function of bank. To provide other related services such as ATM, Demat, safe deposit vault. See, the bank always provides its customer the facility which is related with the ATM, Demat and safe deposit vault. In addition to this, it also provides facility of credit card, debit card to their customer. See, the mean of ATM you all know, the debit card. Demat. Demat is the electronic format of shares and security. Demat is the electronic format of shares and security where you can purchase and sell the shares of the company. And safe deposit vault, that means bank locker, a metal box to keep the valuable things like documents, jewelry, etc. So the safe deposit vault is also provided by the bank, and for that you have to pay the charges. For Demat also you have to pay the charges. And for ATM, that is debit card, you are not supposed to pay the charges, but you have to keep some amount in your bank which is decided by the bank. 1000, 2000 in your bank account you have to keep to using the debit card. In case you are using that amount for your personal use, so bank will ask for penalty, and when you are supposed to deposit the amount in the bank, they will directly deduct from that. The penalty they will deduct from your deposit amount. So in ATM you have to keep some sort of amount in your bank which is decided by bank, that will be show in your account only, but for safety you have to keep in your account. Demat, electronic format of shares and security, where you can purchase and sell the share of the company according to your conveniency. Safe deposit vault, that means a metal box, that is bank locker, to keep the valuable things in the bank. So we have done the subsidiary function of the bank. Now children, you can see on your screen the types of bank account. One of the function of bank is to accept deposit. As we have discussed in the financial transaction, A is the depositor, B is the borrower. So bank is performing the function to accept the deposit. The bank demands for KYC, that is know your customer, from the customer at the time of opening a new account or for other services of the bank it is required. This is as per the rule of central bank, that is RBI. According to the rule of RBI, it is required KYC, know your customer. On that basis, the function of accepting deposit will proceed. Now you can see 4 types of accounts: saving account, current account, recurring account, and fixed deposit. 2 you can see on your screen: saving account and current account. Saving account, it means the account in which people deposit their savings. People can deposit the amount. The fixed rate of interest is paid in the same. The fixed rate of interest will pay by the bank to the account holder for depositing amount. The customer gets interest as per the amount and days for which the amount remained credit in the account. The customer will get the interest on the basis of how much amount they have kept as a deposit plus how many days they are holding that amount, keeping as a credit in the account. The bank provide facility like checkbook, ATM card, etc. for saving account. In this account, the account holder can deposit check, draft, cash in his account. If you want to deposit the amount in your bank, you can deposit through check, through draft, or through cash. He can withdraw the amount through check or withdrawal slip. If the account holder wishes to withdraw the amount, they can with the help of check and withdrawal slip. The bank compels the account holder to maintain minimum balance in the account. As I have told you, for using the ATM also, bank always compel the account holder to maintain minimum balance in his account. Generally, the number of withdrawal in the saving account are limited in the month. Generally, the number of transaction in the saving account given by the bank is always limited. This account can be opened in the name of individual or more than one name that can be operated jointly. Individual, that means anybody can open this account, saving account, for saving purpose, and more than one person, that means joint account is also possible. Nomination can be registered. It is compulsorily, whether you are opening the individual account or joint account, you have to nominate the nominee in the registration of the account. Bank get deposit on the larger scale through this account. As compared with other 3 accounts, bank are getting more fund, more depositing amount through this kind of account, through saving account. Then the next one is current account. This account can be opened with the name of individual or with the business unit. The current account is used by the individual for business purpose, or it is also can be opened by the name of the company. Normally, no interest is provided in this account. Those who are opening the current account, they will not get interest in return. The reason behind is the bank may collect bank charges. The reason behind is the facility providing to the business holder is generally there is no limitation of number of transaction in the month or even on daily basis. There is no limitations. The person, those who have opened the current account, those who are running the business, they can do the unlimited transaction in current account on monthly basis, on daily basis, doesn't matter. Generally, this track is given to the businessman. This track, current account opening, this track is given to the businessman. Where this facility is providing by the bank can collect charges, because why? Free of cost they will provide you the services. So when they are providing you the service, in return they will ask for charges. And the facility of loan can be provided on this account. If the account holder, the bank businessman need more amount as a loan, that facility is also provided to them on the behalf of current account, because they will look after their information related with the credit transaction, and on that basis if required more amount, they want to borrow more amount, it is also possible to run their business, to continue their business. Fine. This is the two account, saving account and current account. Now let's see the other two accounts. Recurring account and fixed deposit. Recurring account, this is the account which is opened from the saving point of view, in which it is compulsory to deposit certain amount every month. Fine. You can take the recurring account, you can open on the basis of 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 year, according to your conveniency. You can open this account, and this is the rule. Every month you have to deposit certain amount which is decided by you. 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 500, anything. But every month it is compulsory to deposit that amount on a particular date which is decided by the bank or you by mutual understanding. The rate of interest on such amount is higher than saving account and lower than fixed deposit. The rate which you will get in recurring account as an account holder is higher than the saving account, because in saving account you can anytime you can withdraw the amount, you can deposit the amount, but in recurring compulsorily have to deposit the amount according to the certain period of a time which is decided by you, and you are not supposed to withdraw that amount before the maturity period. So it is stuck with the bank. So for that you will get more rate of interest as compared with saving account, but low as compared with fixed deposit, because every month you are paying, and in fixed deposit once you are paying. The difference behind is recurring account you are paying monthly basis. In fixed deposit, once you have paid, it is fixed with the bank for 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 year, whatever you have selected. The bank pays the whole amount along with the interest at the end of the term. Whatever term you have decided, 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, whatever term you have decided, according to the maturity period, at the time of end of the term, you will get the whole amount calculated plus interest. Then fixed deposit. Fixed deposit means a source of money which can be used by the bank for the fixed term. Bank are using the fixed amount which is deposited by you for the fixed duration. The depositor cannot withdraw money until the maturity date of deposit. The maturity date, whatever you have selected, 5 year, 2 year, 1 year, 10 year. After completion of maturity date of the deposit, you can withdraw the amount, and by the time in between, it is not allowed to withdraw the amount. If the money is withdrawn before the term of maturity, then the rate of interest decreases. ऐसा आपने सुना होगा, लाइक इसने एफडी तोड़ दिया, उसने एफडी तोड़ दिया, इसने अपने बच्चे की शादी के लिए तोड़ दिया, इसने अपने बच्चे के मैरिज के लिए तोड़ दिया, लाइक दैट. इफ़ यू आर हियरिंग दिस काइंड ऑफ स्टेटमेंट, दैट मीन्स दे आर ब्रेकिंग देयर एफडी. एट दैट स्टेज they will get less rate of interest. The bank gives the depositor a written guarantee that it will pay the amount back along with interest at the end of the term. In return, bank will provide one written guarantee letter to the depositor at the time of maturity period. When your period will complete the end of the term, you will get the full amount whatever you have deposited in the fixed deposit plus the rate of interest. As the customer cannot withdraw money before the maturity date, the rate of interest is fixed deposit is higher than the saving account and recurring account. See, in types of bank account, compare with other three account. Saving account, you will get interest. Current account, you will get no interest. Recurring account, you will get interest. As compared with saving account, more interest is possible in recurring account. But in fixed deposit, the amount you are depositing in the bank, it is stuck with the bank, and you are not supposed to get the amount back before the maturity period. Till the time bank is using your money for more period. So on that basis, you will get higher rate of interest as compared with saving and recurring account. Currently you are not getting anything. That means in fixed deposit, the rate of interest is high compared with saving and recurring. Fine. So we have done the types of bank accounts also. Hope so you all are revising the content, whatever we are teaching according to the online classes and this video part. Hope so you all are doing best. Just look after the video. Have any kind of doubt, you can ask in your online classes also. Fine. Thank you for the day, children. Bye-bye.